Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. Green brings it in. The numbers for Green in last week's ball game. 6 catches, 73 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
After the interception, here's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. He completes it to Henry. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Geno now to throw. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. And what a big-time play there.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Smith's throw into the hands of Henry here. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Throwing now is Geno. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Here's Smith. Touchdown! It's complete. Hunter Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Aftershocks have taken a first-quarter lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Trubisky to throw. Caught outright by Renfro. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Trubisky to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll make it 3rd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Again, it's Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Trubisky will throw. Pass incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Elks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Extra point good by Prater. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was all capped off by Mitchell Trubisky's touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the home side to take over on offense. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now it's Smith. Open man, the tight end Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Our score after 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. And right side, Henry's got it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Smith. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amari Hooker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? After the interception, here's Trubisky. And it's caught here, Amendola. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky over the middle, complete. It's Green. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Trubisky. He'll get this off to Swift. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Trubisky. He'll get that left side. Here's Tebow. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. This will be caught by Brown. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Geno Smith getting ready to go again here on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Smith on 3rd down. Jones has it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
On first down, Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the 50, it's Smith. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Smith now to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And this is not something they want to see. George Kittle, such an important piece to the puzzle, is still down here. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Smith. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Aftershocks have regained the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Coup for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half, and they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Smith on 1st down. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Geno on 1st down. And this one brought in by Sanu. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From just shy of midfield, Smith flushed out right, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Geno. Complete. It's Henry. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it is the Chargers out in front as those two creep towards halftime. The Florida State product, Cam Akers, with a touchdown run. From there, we head down the turnpike to see what's happening with the Eagles at home in Philadelphia. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Trey Lance leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Lamar Jackson, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. taken at about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Patterson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 9, Smith caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982, and that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable because so many of them were 982 and counting.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Taken in at the 3. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Defense.
So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. That is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. On the slant, complete to Green. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Able to slither by. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Swift. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They run out of the gun with Swift. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
Offense.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Elks have cut it back within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all capped off by Mitchell Trubisky's touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big
carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. Shedding the tackle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 46 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Geno now to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a give, right side. Hardy. And his first carry, he loses the football. It's going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the 2nd half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the 2nd half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. The open man here, Renfro. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now it's Trubisky. Amendola's got it, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Trubisky to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And hang on here, because still down after that play is Marquise Brown. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a 2nd down and 6. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
The Smith's throw here into the hands of Jones. On first down, Patterson, strong running at the 30. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 79 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Smith. He completes it to Henry. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Patterson on the draw play. And he gets it down to the 32. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They come up short here on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
From the 41, Trubisky. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, You can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They go play action. Trubisky. And it's caught. Touchdown. Danny Amendola. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Elks have yet again retaken the lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play action pass, you see the end result. Usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
Prater for the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On 1st down, Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Smith. It's complete to Lockett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw, Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. And caught by Henry. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Again, Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Patterson. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. Smith now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now Smith. This one left side, caught by Patterson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a give right side. It's Hardy, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the... And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Geno Smith taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Koo able to connect on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Trubisky readies the offense. Down by a field goal, 65 seconds remaining. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw. Connecting with Amendola. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Trubisky. That's caught downfield. It's Tebow. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Trubisky. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. It's caught outright, Amendola. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Renfro. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.